Hello, my loves. I want to start off by saying I am sending you so much love. Wherever you are on this beautiful planet that we get to call home. Did you just see that orb bobbing across? Right on cue, matey, right on cue. What a day it's been. Now, I wasn't planning to do this. I was actually planning on doing a video today on twin flames. I want to share my twin flame journey, not all the ins and outs of it, but I want to share my experience of being one of a twin. But that's going to have to come at a later date because I channeled something so profound this morning. Some of you are going to find this extremely esoteric. Some of you are going to get this completely. Some of you will be like, this woman has absolutely lost the plot and we need to call her some help. Maybe she's been tested with the recent thing that goes in your veins. I can say I haven't though. I did have a really extremely profound meditation this morning though, and I wanted to share with you. What if you were alive on many realms? What if you were living, you were living now in many different dimensions? Just sit with that. How does that sit with you? Now, 7 years ago, if you told me this, I would have thought you were crazy and I would have been like, right, I'm out of here. However, as you know, I've been on a huge journey in the last 7 years. I've unlocked and I've reminded myself of so much, and this is something that I really feel it's time, and I feel quite emotional saying that. I feel it's time to share with you. Some of you at the start of your awakening journey may find this a little bit too much right now, but that's okay. Listen with your heart. Trust that when it's supposed to make sense, it will make sense to you, okay? As always, I am sharing this message from my own perspective, from my own insights, from the downloads I get from my guides. And I just thought that this was such a profound message today that I just had to jump on and share it with you. So this morning in meditation, I went to a place that was not particularly nice. I've been doing a lot of work recently with the children. As you know, I was doing lots with Freedom for the Children UK before it got shut down on Facebook. I was, speaking at a lot of protests. I'm definitely communicating the truth with regards to the children, the abuse, and all of that kind of stuff that's been going on. So I've been being shown very recently that there's many people out there that are energetically, not physically, but energetically attacking my voice. So I did a bit of a deep dive on that this morning, and the wisdom that came through was absolutely unbelievable, and I wanted to share it with you. I've never understood why I was so passionate about the children. I mean, I love children. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not a mother this lifetime yet. I love children very much. I've got 2 gorgeous half-sisters that are twins, and one day I'm going to get them to do a video with me all around consciousness because it's just incredible the way that they are and how intuitive they are and how they're learning to trust that. One day I will do a video when they're a bit older to share that message with you. But my point is, I'm not a mother this lifetime. So although I am Mama Bear, I call myself Mama Bear, and I love everybody, and I am a mother to many. I look after many, many souls on this planet. I'm not a physical mother. I haven't physically given birth this lifetime. I have been pregnant on 4 occasions. The maximum any of my pregnancies have gone to was 3 months. So I know what it feels like to have that going on, but I've never actually physically given birth this lifetime. And I know it's quite an interesting period of time to talk about that, because I feel it's around this time of year where we do raise the awareness on stillborn and miscarriage and things like that. So if it's around this time, my heart goes out to any of you listening that have been in that situation. I completely know what it is like to go through that horrific ordeal. And actually, you know, there is nothing that I can say to you other than I stand side by side to you. My heart is connected to you, and I send you so much love from my heart to yours. Okay, just know that I'm connected with you. So it's a bit of an irrational mission I have felt that I have been on, because yes, I've got these two little beans in my life that are 8 years of age, but this desire to help the children has been going on a lot longer than that. And actually this morning when I was in my meditation, and I did a long meditation this morning because I wanted to get to the bottom of this, I wasn't looking for answers from an ego perspective. I was just, my soul just knew it was ready to see the answers so that I could do the healing and I could also help other people heal. I'm working with a lot of women at the moment who have been trafficked or abused through their life. So I thought it was, you know, I felt it was time to unlock whatever it was that was drawing me to be in this position of speaking and sharing truth regarding this situation when I've never experienced it. I'm very lucky this lifetime. I have never experienced child abuse. I'm very, very lucky with the parents that I chose this lifetime. So, when I went into meditation this morning, I asked myself, or I asked my higher self more to the point, please show me anything that you feel I need to see with regards to either this shadow energy that has been, in inverted commas, and for the humans to understand, attacking my voice recently. And that's basically where I wanted to go. And it was very interesting. Within a couple of minutes, I was in Sydney. No shock. I was in Sydney and I was a young girl. And I was in a place. I'm not going to give names or anything like that because I don't want to do that, and I hope you guys are okay with that. But I was in a place that was familiar to me, familiar to this adult. I was in a place. And I was looking around and I thought, why on earth am I here? And then I actually focused on what was going on around me, and there was a scenario that was playing out in front of me. That was a pretty dark scenario. And I actually was viewing myself alive right now, living this particular life in a different realm, is my interpretation of it. You might call it a different dimension, you might call it any number of different things, living on a different timeline, some of you might say. And I asked my higher self, is this now? Is this happening now? And the answer was very clear, yes. My guides are here because my nose is itching. And I said to my higher self, what is it that you want me to see here? And I looked closer at the little girl. She was about maybe 7. And it was me. It was 100% me. And then I looked a little bit closer at the people that were around me. And there was one person that I recognised from this lifetime. And it was a family member. Again, I'm not going to share which family member it was. And when I saw that person, I knew exactly. I managed to connect the dots. And I continued to watch. And there was a really uneasy feeling around what I was being shown. And it all started to make sense to me as to why I am so passionate about helping the children. Because this Lucy Davis vessel that sits in front of you right now has never experienced anything like this. However, there is a mini Lucy Davis out there with a different name, but exactly the same soul, exactly the same. You know, I'm looking at myself. It is definitely 100% me, living in an environment where that is the reality. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. Sometimes things make absolutely no sense to us whatsoever. However, on the quantum field, when you actually give yourself the time, love, and the effort to go deep and actually take a look at what is happening elsewhere, you receive the answers. And it's quite interesting. You know, I've recently released some content on inner child healing. And I went to a place, I went to a dimension where I am living as a child. Now, for those of you that have been following me on Facebook and on other platforms for a long period of time, you will know there is 12th dimensional beings that Lucy is living as. There are 7th dimensional beings that Lucy is living at. But there's also humans, which is fascinating. Like it's mind altering when you actually stop and think about this stuff. Sometimes things don't make any sense to us at all. We don't know why we're so passionate about something. We don't know why we've got a ridiculous fear about something. However, right now, one thing that is going on the planet is the energy is so profound. The veil is so thin. We are increasing our vibrational frequency at such a rate of knots that we are dreaming more heavily. We are in lucid state more easily. We are in conscious, super conscious state even more easy than ever before. You know, that looks like astral traveling. We are being shown the other stuff that is going on in the quantum. Most of us just forget about it. Most of us just think, oh no. Doing that this morning was such an eye-opener, and I never share stuff like this. Just so you know, I never share the deep ins and outs of what goes on in my meditation, the profound things that happen to me when I travel at night, the things physically, energetically I do. I don't really normally go into this level of detail, but I really feel it's important for you to know that there is multiple versions of you out there. There is reasons why you are so passionate about certain subjects. How some people can see spirit, how some people can hear spirit. It's because we're connecting in with those. Now, I'm not sharing this to scare you. I'm sharing this to let you know that normally the things that you're super passionate about or super resistant to, normally there is a reason for that. Ask your higher self. Ask her. And maybe I'll do a separate video on that, but I'm going to explain a little bit now quickly. In my book, your higher self is the godlike version of you. It's almost like your golden copy. It doesn't have any of the BS associated with you. It hasn't been through the trauma, the hurt, the harm, the resentment, the guilt, the fears. It hasn't gone through any of that stuff. It's like the golden copy of you. When you reach out to him or her and you ask for answers, you will get the answers. Just remember when you first start asking your higher self for guidance that you don't go, oh, you decide the answers for you. Oh, that's my higher self, when actually it's your ego kicking in. Connecting to your higher self is an extremely profound thing to do. And when you actually focus on that and you meditate on that and you use the golden infinity to pull yourself in with your higher self, let me be honestly super, super straight with you. Your life will change significantly. Do you believe that you are living on multiple realms? Do you believe that increasing the collective consciousness, most people are talking about 3D to 5D, I'm talking past there. Do you believe that that is going to help you? Do you believe that that's a thing? Do you believe there are multiple dimensions? Or do you truly believe that you are the only living thing in this universe? ask yourself these questions. And like I say, this might be a little bit too much for you right now, but one day come back and rewatch it. Where we are going, all of this is going to make total sense. I have got a newfound love for the whole of the universe today, for my desire, my passion to help the children, to speak up, to give them a voice. You know, I've seen things, I've known things that nobody has ever told me, but I just know, and now I know why I know them. Because I've been living it in a different realm. Well, this one, but that's how I know this information. That's why I know this to be true. And I honestly, at times I've been like, what is going on with me? Why do I feel like I'm in these places underground and I'm seeing this and I'm rescuing and like, why am I seeing this? Like, I don't even, like, I've got no factual evidence to say that it exists. I mean, there is lots of factual evidence out there. All you need to do is do a search and you'll find some. However, I don't do research. I don't check things out like that. So for me, it was extremely interesting. And like I say, I come from the best family. My mum's amazing, my dad's amazing, my sister's amazing. There has been no abuse, nothing at all. You know, I've not had any issues with men attacking me or anything like that significant. I've had one incident in my life, but luckily nothing came of that. You know, so, and that was many, many years ago when I was like 17, 18. So, you know, I've been very, very blessed this lifetime. But I really understand, I really understand what these kids are going through, because obviously there is this energy where I am over the other side of the world, which doesn't surprise me why I'm drawn to Sydney. I feel like my heart is in Sydney. I feel like that's where I belong. My spiritual home is in Asia, for sure. Like, my soul knows itself to be a monk. But I've got this really tight connection to Sydney. And now it all really does make sense. So if you are super attached to something, or you're super passionate about something, sit with yourself, meditate, ask your higher self to come in and show you what it's about. And allow yourself to flow. Allow yourself to see the visions if you're visionary, hear the words if you're audible, you know. Allow it all to flow through you. Everything is going to make sense soon. Everything is going to make sense. Anyway, I hope this makes sense to some of you. I don't even know why or how or what. No reason at all for sharing this today. However, I felt like I needed to. I felt as if they were saying, you've experienced this for a reason, please just go and share it and stop, you know, step out of your head and into your heart and just share this with other people that are experiencing stuff like this. So as always, from my heart to yours, thank you so much for watching this. I am going to share my 3D to 5D video so that you can go and watch it. I'm also going to share the oneness throughout this because I think it's really important that we step into that. Guys, I'll see you in the next video.